Okay. Hopefully this works. I spent a lot of time on this. I basically had to rebuild my whole streaming setup uh, from the ground up. If anyone wants to just try something for me, um, unsubscribe and then subscribe again, and then something cool should happen on top of the screen. I'm gonna get out of the way because I think it's gonna pop up right here if anyone wants to give that a try real quick. Just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing here. But what's going on, everyone? It's gonna be, just a slow, chill Monday. Nothing major going on right now. If y'all caught my live earlier, we already kind of discussed the shooting. Nothing more to cover there. It's still developing news. There's still stuff coming out, but to me, I don't think that person should get any more say, or not say, but anything should be covered on them anymore. Tonight, I wanted to just chill out, watch a couple of TikToks, watch a couple of YouTube videos together. Anything goes. I just feel like I haven't done a live in a while, and I kind of miss it. Let me see. I honestly don't even know this is working. Like I said, I just put this streaming thing together. Hold on. Let me see. Just need to make sure my chat's even working. Here we go. Okay, it pops up on this side. We're good to go on here. Okay, so it didn't work. I'm supposed to get a little alert box is supposed to pop up on screen and just show who subscribed, who unsubscribed, stuff like that. I still need to work on this thing. It's not perfect. It's actually best to test this while we're live. There we go. I think we might have worked. Was that it? Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay. No worries. I just wanted to make sure it actually worked. A slight echo. Okay, let me see. Seeing there's a slight echo. Let me mess with my settings right now. Okay. Either way, I just wanted to, we're gonna chill out, watch some YouTube videos. I don't know if anyone has any suggestions on what TikToks to watch, because I know there's a couple of things I want to watch. Where is it? No, that's not. That's. Holy crap.
Steven.
Okay. Very unprofessional, but I've always been unprofessional here. Something green popped up. Okay, that's what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to show who subscribed and stuff like that. I'm just trying to be a little more, fun here. Now you could also see that when you comment, it's gonna pop up on screen, so that way, in case you want to watch the video full screen without having to worry about the having the chat box on the side and stuff like that, it should go. Let me test it real quick. There we go. Testing. I don't even know if I spelled it right, but yeah. Okay, so that works. That's something new there. Well, I got a few of you. I was running late on the show because I started making shirts. I just wanted to share it with you. I was going to put it on, but I still need to put the name and everything. But yeah, this is going to be the little shirt. I'm making it myself so that way it can be more cost efficient. There we go. So yeah, because basically my wife had an awesome idea. She says that, hey, you're always getting like really weird things and stuff like that. Like I'm gonna crack this open in a little bit right now. I've been waiting to try this. It's already condensating all over my desk, leaving like a ring. And I have a backup just in case it's horrible. I got my Dutch Bros here. She said you're always making these like weird purchases, and I think she just really wants me to get my stuff out of the fridge because I buy a lot of weird sodas and I leave them in the fridge for months because I one, too scared to actually try them, and two, I kind of don't want to get rid of them. But I think it's a good idea to start doing some giveaways. So I think I'm gonna like no cost to you all. As long as I could fit it in a small shipping box that doesn't cost me a lot. But no cost to you all. I think I'm gonna do like a random giveaway to where I'll throw in like a weird soda. Maybe I'll throw in a shirt. Explain my logo. So I'm thinking of giving away a shirt, giving away some weird soda, like a weird snack, because that's the stuff that I like doing. And I mean, it'll be fun. No cost to you. All you have to do is kind of participate and hang out with me. That's all I really ask for. Um, the True Blood soft drink. No, I have not. But explaining my logo, it is. I mean, that's my logo. Um, I like astronauts. I have like my little hand sanitizer thing here. I like astronauts, so I decided to go with a whole astronaut theme. Um, in the cup, you see the Dutch Bros cup. You see the three colors and the green, which is my favorite drink. It's called the Shark Attack. And the microphone with the little YouTube logo. I thought it was just fun to have. So that was that's my little logo. I keep changing it. I need to stick with one. But that's what's on the shirt. That's the shirt logo for now. I don't have a catchphrase. I've tried so many catchphrases, but I never stuck with one. But yeah, that's pretty much the shirt, dead center. I'll probably have my name like kind of swooped in here, like not just straight. Yeah, I have like different colored shirts, different colored vinyls. So maybe I'll come up with like some rules and we'll make a game out of it. We will make a fun game out of it. Um I really wasn't prepared as much as I wanted to like put a show on together and stuff like that. There's just been so many things going on. Both, personal life and then like the whole internet drama thing because that's just a repeating cycle that I don't think anyone's gonna ever, stop talking about. As much as I try to stop talking about it, it just doesn't happen. Where is one thing I really wanted to talk about because Isabel Martinez, everyone knows Isabel, lovely Isabel Martinez here, suggested to talk about like politics and stuff like that. Well, that's not really that's not my wheelhouse. Like that's not my area of expertise or anything. That's more, Manny talks about politics a lot more than I do. But I figure one thing that has gotten me into the whole politic talk, whatever they're calling it, is the whole Congress trying to get rid of the app. Like, what's the reason for it? Like, why are these people so dead set on taking down this app? Well, there's a lot of reasons. I'm trying to figure out where I could go to see this for y'all. I almost reported the TikTok CEO. Hold on. I don't want to share my personal info here. This is why I'm using like a private window. I don't need y'all seeing what my algorithm looks like. That's gonna turn into a huge thing. Um. Okay. Crap. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second here. We're working on this together. Yeah, this is test run. I don't think anything major is gonna happen in this live. But the only way I could actually test out this new software is if I'm actually live. So y'all just want to bear with me for a second. What the hell? Okay, I'm having to get a whole TikTok account for you all. Give me a second. I don't know why I just said that I'm... Okay. We got it to work now. This is very annoying. I'm sorry. This is giving me like a very hard... I'll make up whatever birthday here. I'll say that I'm born in the 80s. No shade to anyone who was actually born in the 80s. I kind of wish I was. I don't even know if you could see what I'm seeing on my screen right now. Okay. Okay, here we go. Basically, Congress is wanting to shut down TikTok. They say it's for privacy reasons and the whole, it's dealt with China. Let's open this soda up already. And, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually pretty good. I'll definitely buy one of these and put it in a giveaway box for y'all. I don't mind that at all. Basically, Congress is wanting to shut down TikTok because of privacy reasons, because they have all these, they have all this misinformation on what TikTok actually does. And it's kind of funny the way they think TikTok works. But the real reason is basically because TikTok is taking all the revenue from all these other powerful apps that have been, number one, have been dominating the social media industry. You got your Facebook, you got your Instagram, you got your Twitter, you have even YouTube. Like, Google's getting involved in this too because they're losing out on money on TikTok. That's why when TikTok first started, it was known as a childish app. Like, how are you gonna promote content that are 30 seconds a piece? No one's gonna want that. No one's gonna be into that. So it ended up developing from an app called Vine, and then it turned into another app, and then it turned into TikTok. So this is already like the third version of this app. It turns out, especially due to the pandemic, a lot of people turn to TikTok for entertainment, turn to it for news because you get all the news you need within a few seconds. No need to worry about padding all that time down. And eventually you started seeing other companies starting to adapt and try and, mimic TikTok. You had the Instagram Reels, you had the Facebook Reels, even YouTube started doing Reels. Like, they're showing, like, hey, we're hip, guys. We are all doing, the quick, 30-second thing also. But the thing is, it's already too late. TikTok's already cornered the market. They already have a whole monopoly on the short attention span audience. And that's where some companies are starting to back away, and they're not paying people for their reels because TikTok already has all the eyes. They already have all the content creators on there. And now content creators basically use Instagram and Facebook and all these other apps as, a secondary account to push their content and stuff like that. It also doesn't help that the current CEO of TikTok, I can't remember his name right now, we used to be an intern for Facebook. So he once worked for Facebook. I don't know if it was a paid internship, but he was an intern for Facebook a couple of years ago. He ended up leaving, and now he's basically spanking Facebook with his content. Like, he's basically overtaking them, and that's making a lot of people mad. A lot of these people who are getting upset have a lot of power in Congress. Mark Zuckerberg was in Congress for the same reasons, for the whole privacy issue. And now the theory is that he is kind of allegedly padding the wallets of Congress to get TikTok taken down so that way he could remain on top. I mean, everyone's pretty much seen The Social Network. They know how it plays out. He's a very stubborn individual who doesn't like to play nice. So here's a couple of questions that Congress is asking. You could tell these people are very out of touch. You could tell these people really don't know anything with social media, especially with TikTok. So let's listen to some of these questions.
Access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. We do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users. We do not. The only thing
you don't.
No.
How do you determine what age they are then?
Okay, let's go to the first one. The first one was, well, where did I go?
We do not.
Does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network? I don't know if this is a difficult question for some of you all out there, but basically anything connects to the Wi-Fi network. I have my Alexas connected to the Wi-Fi network. My phones are connected to the Wi-Fi network. My video game consoles, this computer that I'm talking to you on, is connected through Wi-Fi. My TVs are connected through Wi-Fi. I even think my watch, I have a pair of sunglasses that connect to the Wi-Fi also. It's not unusual for a device nowadays to connect to the Wi-Fi. My Cricut that I made my shirt on connects to the Wi-Fi. I have the option to connect the Wi-Fi to my 3D printer. I choose not to because it usually freezes halfway when I try and print something using the Wi-Fi. But it's not out there to have a device connect to the Wi-Fi. The way they're questioning it and the way they're the way they believe it works is that TikTok, this app on your phone that needs to be connected to the Wi-Fi to work, is somehow getting into your Wi-Fi network and accessing any other device connected to the Wi-Fi. It's turning into like a huge conspiracy theory that, like, TikTok's going to take over the world, that they're the next Skynet. Yes, that's Terminator reference right there. But that's how they're kind of painting it. That's what I hope this guy wasn't serious, but that's pretty much what he has. He's like, hey, can you access all my other devices with your app? Like, can your TikTok device take over everything? That's pretty much what it was.
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. We do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users.
That was another one. I think the question's going to come up later, where they are asking if TikTok captures like fingerprints. I think there's even one where they monitor your retinas to where they save all that information when it doesn't. It really doesn't. I don't see why it should. What they're probably the misconception is probably the confusion is probably coming from, you know, the filters where, you know, you show your face, you know, put like a beauty filter. I'm too scared to look at that because I've always been ugly. I don't want to see myself any other way. The sunglasses or what, it'll change your background. It's very common on TikTok for everyone to use filters, even on Instagram, even on Facebook. If you take a photo, you upload a photo, you have the ability to, you know, put filters on, put, you know, little things on your face and stuff like that. So it's not like TikTok is the only one that's actually doing this, but yet they're trying to push that information, push that narrative that TikTok is dangerous. It isn't. I love TikTok. I'm addicted to TikTok. I'm actually curious on how much time I spend on TikTok on my phone. I'm gonna check that really quick. Okay, screen time on TikTok. Yeah, my average screen time on TikTok is, you can't really see it, it's 2 hours and 23 minutes a day. I open it about 28 times a day. Yeah, that seems about fair. About 16 and a half hours a week spent on TikTok. It's a good app. I enjoy it.
We do not. The
Yeah,
only
but
thing,
you don't.
oh, no.
How do you determine what age they are then?
We rely on age gating as our key age assurance.
Age.
Gating, which is when you ask the user what age they are.
How is it that
Okay, there he's basically asking, how could you determine if kids are on using this app? Well, the thing is, you can't really. That kind of responsibility is on the parent. He mentioned that TikTok uses age gating. Age gating is something that's been since the beginning of the internet. Like if you access an adult website, they ask you, "Are you 18 years or older?" If you say yes, you're basically acknowledging, "I am an adult. I am allowed to watch this." If you say no, I don't know what happens if you say no. There's also, you know, when you sign up for YouTube, you need to be at least 13 years old to have a YouTube channel. For Facebook, I don't know how old you have to be for Facebook, but you have to have these, you agree to these terms of service. And that's how the company protects itself, saying like, hey, this person said that they were this age. At this point, if you're getting upset because kids are too young to be on TikTok and they're on TikTok, that falls on the parents. You know, you need to watch what your kids are watching. You need to make sure you monitor your children's screen time. You don't have to be a helicopter parent, but you got to at least be aware, like, okay, are they on TikTok or are they not on TikTok? That kind of situation. So again, something that has nothing to do with TikTok, but they're questioning him as if he's the sole enemy against everyone.
that you can convince us that our privacy is not at risk, and more than that, our kids' privacy is not at risk in this country?
In my opening statement,
Does TikTok access the
What else?
Ms. Navaroli, are you familiar with the account Libs of TikTok?
Contact with Chinese Communist Party Secretary, Mr.
Sir,
So, Mr. Chu,
Mr. T.
it's about 2 a.m.
Does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand.
If I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet.
It needs Wi-Fi to work?
Yeah. So a lot of people, especially on TikTok, they are ripping this whole Congress thing up like to shreds. It's pretty funny. Hold on. It's because I hid something from my wife and she's asking where I hid it. There we go. That's kind of been on my mind, like that whole topic. There was actually another video a while back that I really got into. I don't know how y'all feel about police chases, but I think it'd be fun to watch, like, just to put on some videos. Anyone could recommend any videos, any TikToks or anything like that, and we could just watch it. So it could be on screen, we could talk about it. I worked really hard on this, like, little layout. I think it looks nice. Let's go to YouTube. What kind of videos? Oh, I don't know. Have y'all seen Darman videos? I love watching Darman videos. Not because, you know, I believe in that kind of thing. It's just funny content to watch. For those of you who don't know, Darman basically does like life lessons, but the videos are really out there. Let's see. This is the Dar. See, kids make fun of boy with autism. Instantly regret it. Gold digger breaks up with broke boyfriend. Regrets her decision. Sister ashamed of disabled brother. Evil foster care mother mistreats kid. Like there's potential for like really nice, like there's nice messages here. I'm not, you know, crapping all over this guy's content. It's just funny to watch sometimes. Girl kicked from TikTok group, live to regret their decision. Let's see this.
This is way harder than saving Liberty Mutual.
The moment you realize.
Yeah, I have to watch ads. I hate that.
Oh my god, Allison Day? I follow you on TikTok. Can I get a pic? Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
Wow, this is stunning. Oh, it's my size. Excuse me. I'd like to try some, please. Is your mom with you, or someone you can pay for it? No, it's just me.
So it's pretty much Pretty Woman.
My shop's a high-end dress store. Famous people shop here, and that's a $1,200 dress. Might be a little bit out of your price range.
Looks like shit, to be honest.
I still want to try it on. Look, I really don't feel like wasting my time. Just try Forever 21 or some other cheap store. Hi, ma'am.
Hi, I don't have much time. I want to put a special dress, and as I small, they're really small.
Well, how about this one? It is part of our luxury collection, but judging by your appearance, I'm sure you can afford it.
Oof.
Yes.
I'm sensing that the lesson's gonna be you can't judge a book by its cover. I'm just assuming it's a fourth of the videos. That's the lesson, just retold different ways.
Sure.
3 blocks to the left. Excuse me? The Forever 21. I'm sure you have something in your price range.
Bird.
Wow, I can't believe it's actually you. Can we get a picture? Yeah, of course. You are going to be the center of attention when you wear this dress. People are going to think you're a celebrity.
Yes, that's exactly the look I'm going for.
I feel like this lady who's gonna buy the dress is either gonna steal the dress, doesn't have the money for the dress, or something. It's just gonna backfire, and she's gonna learn. She's gonna learn a lesson.
Alright, the total is going to be $1,320 with tax.
Can you put it on my card?
Stolen credit card.
My friends are not gonna believe this. Thank you so much.
She put the card in wrong. That's probably why it's not gonna
Put
work.
it on my card.
Right?
Backwards.
My friends are not gonna believe this. Thank you so much.
No problem. By the way, what did you mean when you said you knew I'd be here?
It's all over Twitter. Look, everyone knows you're here.
It's not going through. Let me try it again.
Because you put it in backwards, stupid.
Did it work? Because I really need this dress.
It's still not working. Do you have another card you want to try?
No, that's my only one.
Well, do you mind paying cash? It's an ATM right next door.
No, I don't have that kind of money. That's why I wanted to use credit. Do you mind telling me where the nearest Forever 21 store is?
What a little snarky face.
Do you mind telling me where the nearest Forever 21 store is?
Sure. 3 blocks to your left.
I can't believe it's Allison Day! Allison, can I get a pic too?
Allison, who wants to go first?
You know, I don't let it get to my head. But there have been like a few times where I am noticed in public. Well, it's happened like twice, maybe 3 times. And then there was one time where I actually did take a photo with someone. I have no idea who it was, but I wonder if that kid still has a picture somewhere. It was at a comic book convention that I did a show for. And afterwards, like, some kid came up with his mom and, like, asked to take a picture with me. I want to see that picture. I have no idea how I could even track down that kid.
What's going on here? Why are they taking pictures of her?
You don't know who that is? That's Allison Day. She has like 25 million followers on TikTok.
Oh, I said it was Selena. I said it was going to be Pretty Woman, but this is like Selena.
So she's famous?
She's a multi-millionaire. I can't believe you don't know who she is.
Got shit on by a little kid.
Allison, did you still want to try the dress on? Oh,
We won't be taking the dress.
actually, I'm good. I'll just go to Forever 21 since it's the only place I can afford.
Eat shit. She should have said that, just eat shit. Told you, never judge a book by its cover.
Hey, Darman fan, I hope you want that.
No, man. I'm here for the content, not for you. Teen hides cigarettes for mom. Wife won't let ex see daughter. Innocent girl becomes drug dealer. Holy shit, Darman. Small girl need fast food. Pregnant woman. What the heck? Rosanna Pansino's in this one?
Adventure is calling. And it's closer than
I used to follow this YouTuber, Rosanna Pansino, a lot. Like, my daughter followed her, my wife followed her, I followed her. We would, like, watch her videos whenever she posted them. She did, like, a lot of cool baking stuff, so I guess that's why this is, like, bacon related. But lately, she's hasn't been able to change her image, and she's kind of stuck, and you could see the attempts. I'm not harping on her or anything, it's just, she's not the same.
Which one is it? All right, moment of truth. Round 2. Real or cake?
Smash it.
Okay, is everyone ready for the last round? Yes. $1 million question. Real or cake?
That's real. That's real.
So we think it's real.
Yes.
Real.
Let's find out. Excuse me, ma'am. Come here for a second, please. Oh, yeah, of course. By the way, it's cake. What? You're more than welcome to try number 1 and number 3, but I wouldn't recommend eating the Xbox. What are you? Entertaining the guests?
You're here to assist me, not put on a show. And nobody wants to see you cutting into a bunch of things to guess if it's cake or not.
Looked like they were enjoying it. I mean, I thought so.
I liked it.
So cool. I can't believe that was cake.
By the way, not only do your cakes look nice, they taste amazing too.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. See, they liked it.
You're missing the point. You were supposed to be helping me. Did you see me struggling with the actual pinata? Of course not. Because you were too busy playing with the paper.
I'm sorry, Conway. I should be more attentive. You think?
Now come on.
They haven't established, like, is she a party planner and that's the assistant?
Getting that is real good idea. It is not that big a deal. I get it. It totally is. She's always acting like you do everything wrong when you're the best person she has. Amanda, hands on the ladder, please. Alright, there we go.
That's a shitty party for a party planner to put together.
You know what? This turned out better than I could have ever imagined. Now, the only thing that's missing is the cake. Do you know when you are so quiet. You guys. Hi, I'm sorry.
Is everything okay?
We worked so hard to get you that special cake that you wanted for your party. But I just got off the phone with our cake vendor, and they dropped the cake inside the car. I am so sorry, Mrs. Mitchell. You know what? It's totally okay. I know these things happen. We can just get a regular cake. It's not the end of the world.
What? No! You promised Abigail an all birthday cake!
I know, honey.
Spoiled kid, she does not deserve to have her cake.
And I am so sorry, but there's just not enough time to order a custom cake, and the party is in 6 hours.
You promised!
It's just not possible. Now, I'm sure if there was any way, Natalie...
You can do it.
It's a custom cake, but Dollar Tree party decorations.
But do you think you can make her a cake that looks like a lot?
I am sorry for my assistant speaking out of turn, but she can only do basic things. Nothing intricate like that.
Yes, you can. I've seen her make plenty of custom cakes. Beautiful cakes.
Even if you could pull it off, it will probably look nothing like what you're expecting.
I'm willing to take a chance.
Her assistant's trying to save her ass at the party, and she's just like crapping all over her.
For anything that happens in your kitchen. And I'm sorry.
Let's see.
I won't know no matter what happens.
So she can do it?
I suppose so.
Let's go get the nuts started. Okay, we're gonna have to head to the store, get a bunch of supplies. I mean, we do not have enough time for this cake, but we're gonna do it.
You better not mess this up.
I hate the way she treats you.
I think she's gonna put this. I think she's gonna put the lady out of business. She's gonna have like her own kind of thing. Let's see.
Well counted! This is the best cake ever!
I can't believe you pulled this off. Here, this tip is just for you, and I'll make sure that I pay Natalie for the cake. I've never seen my daughter this happy before, and I'll be able to remember this birthday forever.
It's such standards for a child.
Thank you so much. This really means a lot.
Hey, quiet. You almost cost us that. Guests were starting to leave. It would have been a disaster if I had spoken.
I was working as fast as I could. This is much pay me back tip.
You know the drill. I pay you hourly too much if you ask me. So all the tips belong to me.
That's illegal.
I can't believe she just talked to you that way. You literally just saved the day. I don't know what to do. I mean, I try my best, but I'm almost screwing up something in her eyes. Don't let her make you feel bad. She's just jealous that you get all the attention. We gotta get back to the party. If she sees us talking like this, she's probably gonna come over and yell at me again.
So the superhero performers arrive here an hour before the guests, and then we'll have.
And I've not seen Rosanna Pansino come out in this video yet. That was clickbait.
Shop everyday low prices on a huge selection of home furnishings everywhere. You'll also discover clearance deals that are up to 60%.
What are we gonna do?
Do you have any?
Just putting Frosty not doing surgery.
You are a superhero. I can see why you guys are so successful. You have a great team. I'm sure you were a big tip. Oh, this is awesome.
Amanda, can you give us a sec? This baking thing? It's not your job.
I was just trying to help.
I don't see why that's so wrong. What's wrong is that you're constantly disobeying me. Stay in line. Am I clear? Good. Because if I have to remind you again, you're fired.
I'm not good at baking cakes. I never was.
Can't keep letting her treat you like that. You're way too talented. Keep putting up with this. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I mean, this is how I pay my rent. This is gonna take me forever to find another job, so. I need to find another job. You should just start your own party planning business.
I called it.
Amazing decorator. Just believe you can do it. Oh, intern.
Put that lady out of business.
Before they know it, Kim and Amanda are delivering custom cakes to people all over LA. And over time, their business started exploding.
Looking good?
Hey, are you here for the party?
No. I was supposed to plan this, but last minute I found out they went with someone else. I have feeling it's you.
I'm so sorry, Natalie. I had no idea that they canceled on here.
Right, sure you didn't.
Look, I know that we've had our differences, but I would never do anything to sabotage you or your business. I mean that.
You should. You don't owe former bosses anything.
I'm tired myself. Please, really make that deal.
You don't owe those people anything.
How you guys
You should never feel bad.
are so
Use your PTO. Use your vacation time.
Well, it's like a good mental.
Call in if you feel sick.
Believing you can do it.
I love that. Anyways, take care of yourself. And congratulations, man.
Hey, Natalie. We've been really busy with you, and we could really use some extra help. Can you call sometime?
You want me to work for you?
More like a partner. Maybe I could do some cakes for your parties, and you could do some decorations for ours.
Nah.
Maybe work something out.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate this.
I personally believe that you should never. I don't know how to word this without sounding like a bad guy. But I think it's because I've had some pretty bad bosses in the past. I've had really amazing ones, but there's been some that, if they were crossing the street and a car was barreling towards them and they didn't notice, I don't think I would tell them to look out or tell them to get out of the way. That kind of situation. Like, I wouldn't yell train if I see a train coming and they're on the railroad tracks. That's the kind of thing, because there's some pretty horrible bosses that I've had. The heck? Yeah, you need to take care of yourself. You need to put your priorities first. Especially if it's like a big corporate store. I worked at Toys R Us for years. I would get called in on my night off to go like do like a 30-minute job because no one else knew how to do it. I would be forced to go in when I'm extremely sick with a fever. I think post-COVID they wouldn't let that fly, but this was pre-COVID. There's one time where they didn't even want to let me off for when my daughter was born. They made like a huge thing to where I had to work like extra hard the week leading up to it. And then I think it was like around Christmas time, so I get it. It's a toy store. It gets busy. But my daughter had gotten very sick to where she was in the hospital. I think we were in the hospital for like 2 nights. And I was in a position where I really couldn't call in because I needed to, be making those, like I needed to pay bills and stuff like that. I was a new parent, a new father. And I really couldn't focus on my work. And I basically told my supervisor, like, I'm no good here right now. Like, I can't focus on my job. I'm producing, poor work. And I was like, I think I would be doing less damage if I got to go home because my daughter's in the hospital. She's very sick, and I just can't think about anything else but, like, being over there. So he threw a fit. Like, he's an adult. Like, I was still a kid. I was, barely 20. He's basically, like, talking down to me, saying, like, well, if you really care about this job, you would put this job first. Or, you have a responsibility here that you need to fulfill. You're going to be hurting the store. Like, very gaslighting terms, like, you're going to be hurting the store if you leave. Or the store's not going to be successful if you leave right now because we need you to finish this job. The position I had, like, I was the only one that did it at that point. So that's why they bossed me around a lot. And I told him, I was like, I can't, like, I've been here for a few hours and I haven't really done a lot of work because I can't think of anything else. So he says, okay, well, you could go, but we're going to have to bring this up with, I think his name was Joe. He was, like, the main manager. He was like, you go, but we're going to have to bring this up with Joe. You're, abandoning your post. I was like, hey, I'm no soldier. I'm not, I don't got to be here. Like, this is, at that time, I was already a supervisor. I already had manager codes. I would open the store. I did a lot of stuff, but I was still making minimum wage. I think in the 7 years I was there, I had only gone up like 10 cents. So it's not like I was, in a corporate position that was like real big or anything. So I'm like, okay, peace, like deuces, I'm out. So I went, and then I ended up just going to the hospital and, hung out there with my wife, my daughter. And I was a night owl. My daughter's a night owl. And we basically played with all the cool toys. The nurses like were there, and they're like, y'all are up, and like, yeah, like we're all wide awake. So I have pictures somewhere. Maybe I'll post them of like my daughter like in a little Tykes car, and we were like racing up and down the hallways in the middle of the night. It was fun. I felt good because like she was actually happy for the first time like in 2 days. Like I said, she had a real bad stomach virus. But yeah, that was I think a real triggers move. Like I was scared because I was still young at the time. I didn't know that, you know, they weren't allowed to forcefully keep us there. Even though there were times where they did, there was times where they would actually lock the doors and keep all the employees there. Because we worked at nights, and at midnight they would lock the doors, and they're like, if you're gonna go home now, because once we lock these doors, we're not gonna unlock them until the day shift comes, the morning shift comes. I thought it was normal. I thought it was kind of cool. It didn't bother me because, I mean, I had a lot of work to keep me busy throughout the entire night. But looking back, I'm like, yeah, it's illegal. They can't really lock the doors and forbid us from, like, leaving. So that's kind of crazy. I do miss Toys R Us, though. I miss the job. I don't miss the people as much. There's, when I finally got to quit, that was awesome. If you remember, Toys R Us had the big book, like right on Black Friday. They would unleash all the deals, and it was like a 40-page book. Well, my job was making sure everything was priced right, everything was signed right, everything was put up, all the promotions were thrown out and stuff. So I was like the numbers and signage guy. At that point, I was already juggling that job and another job. The other job I worked less hours, but it was more money. So I'm like, okay, like I'm getting paid, you know, $3 more at this other job where I just have to work like I think 4 to 5 hours a day versus working like the 40 hours here for minimum wage. I was like, of course I'm going to take the job that pays more, because I think in the end it was pretty much the same pay. But I was juggling because I wanted, like, you know, double income. It's always nice to have double income, dual income. So I waited until this was my revenge. I waited until the day before the big book was coming out. I procrastinated the whole, like, half the shift. And then I waited for them to say, like, okay, we're going to lock the doors. Anyone who's going to leave now. If you want to stay and fulfill your shift, you're going to be locked in until this time. So I go to my supervisor. Me and this guy, we really didn't get along. Like, he didn't like me, I didn't like him. And I don't know what I was thinking. I thought, like, maybe they would care if I was leaving. It seems like I'm the only one that did this position. I had been doing this position for years. I would get an assistant during the Christmas time, but that was only for like 2 months. Because my workload was real big during the holiday season. But, you know, the other months out of the year, it was just me doing it by myself. So I thought I would have, you know, had them actually care a little bit. And this is when I saw that, like, they really don't care. Where, like, the place you work at really doesn't care as much as they say, like, oh, we're family and all this like that. They didn't, because I called my supervisor to my desk. Yes, I had a pretty cool desk at the toy store. And I told him, I was like, hey man, I think I'm gonna quit. Like, I think this is my last shift, and I think I'm gonna take off right now. Like, I'm gonna leave right now. And his response was like, okay, if you want to quit, quit. And I was like, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna quit. And he's like, go for it. So that kind of bothered me that, like, there wasn't any, like, I didn't expect them to cry over me or anything, but, like, hey, like, I was there longer than any of the supervisors were, because, like, the retention rate at Toys R Us was horrible. And they didn't care. So I'm all like, you know what, I'm not even going to say bye to anybody. Like, you know, I'm just walking out. I don't need to say bye to anyone. Like, you know, I don't care at this point. I'm going to go home and actually spend my nights with my family. I'm walking out, and he runs up to me. He's like, "Wait, wait, wait." I'm like, "Okay, what?" And at that point, I was already upset. And he said, he's all like, "Before you leave, you just need to write a piece of paper. You just need to document it, like, go fill out a form, say that you're resigning of your own free will, and all that, just so you can't come back and say we fired you." I was like, "All right, cool, cool." I was like, "Give me a piece of paper." He's like, "No, it's in the office." Like, "No, no, like, I got it." And I reached over the register where there was like a printer and grabbed a piece of paper, and I just put, "I quit," signed my name, dated it, and I was like, "That's all you're getting from me. Like, I'm out. You're not my supervisor anymore," and I left. I still have dreams about working at that place. Some are nightmares, but some are dreams, because, I mean, obviously me working at a toy store is amazing. Growing up, all I wanted to do was work at Toys R Us, and I finally got to for a while. That was awesome. I was trying to see if I could find the photos, but I can't find the photos. Where is it? Oh, I found one of me at Toys R Us. See, look at me. Look how happy I was. There's times where I was Jeffrey the giraffe. He was a good guy. I'm actually trying to see if I could track down that suit, because I want that suit for me. What else? I know there's other stuff I did at Toys R Us. And this is cool because it actually gives me a way to experiment with this software. I'll probably wrap it up soon. I think dinner should be done and I'm starving right now. I just want to see if I can find a picture of me real quick. And then there's another job. That job I ended up leaving Toys R Us for. It was at a Sylvan Learning Center. Everyone should know Sylvan. I think Sylvan's like common knowledge by now. I worked there. I had like a couple of different titles and stuff, and basically I was a gopher. You know, they needed this done, I go do it. They needed this done somewhere else, I do it. Like there was days where I would drive. There's a day where I drove to like Port Isabel, then I drove to I think somewhere near Raymondville, and then it was like all over the place. But they paid for my mileage, and I really didn't care. That was awesome. That was like really good pay. I took the long routes on purpose. But I was looking for another job. I had found another job, and it was awesome. I was a mascot for DHR. And at this job, they were paying me $25 an hour, and I got a lot of hours. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be an entertainer. I love entertaining. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. And I think I had also gone to interview to work at the police department. So I was doing both. I was going to do both. And I was going to end up leaving the Sylvan job because at that point I was getting paid more to dress up and hang out with kids and entertain like people and go work for the city. So I was like, that pays more. I really don't care. I'll just do that. Well, Sylvan found out. They found out I was going to an interview. They found out I was like in the process to where I was already like a few interviews in. So they called me in and they're all like, we're gonna have to terminate you. It's not a good fit anymore. We're having all these issues. I was like, no, you don't have to terminate me. I'm out. You know, we're good. I'm gonna take off. So I ended up just, leaving that one too. That one wasn't going to be a long-term thing for me either way. But I kind of beat them to the punch on that one. Where is it? I really thought I'll be able to find this photo. But I can't, and it's already getting a little bit late, and I've already been rambling and talking about my personal life, which I usually don't do very often. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it. I post too many photos. It's impossible for me to find like one photo that I took like 10 years ago. I'll give it a few minutes. So I'm going to try and get some details about this giveaway thing that I want to do just for fun. I'm not asking for anything, just trying to do something, different, just to show that you don't have to give money to get something good in return. I don't want it to turn into a lottery where people feel cheated buying, tickets and all that stuff. That's too messy. I'd rather just, answer one of my riddles 3 kind of situation and then give you all something. It should be something good though. I'll figure out some stuff. I'll make a post about it tomorrow or maybe later on tonight, but I'll do that. Thanks for joining. Like I said, this is just gonna be a slow, chill kind of stream. We're wrapping it up. A couple of y'all did hang around for a while, and I appreciate that. I'll plan something better for y'all next time. What time is it? Yeah, we're gonna end it like right at midnight, so that sounds good. We'll go into the next day, and maybe later on tonight or later on tomorrow in the afternoon, I'll do another live stream just to talk a little bit some more. It doesn't have to. We don't have to have a topic. We don't have to do all the stuff everyone else does. We'll be different. Why do I sound depressed?